Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brent. It's a new week of comics, and in my hands is Maniac of New York #1, a comic I've been really looking forward to since it was announced and since the concept came out. It's just such a solid debut and solid comic. Like, this is up there. This is one of the really good ones of the year so far. It's written by Elliott, Kalan. Andrea Mutti is the artist, Taylor Esposito is the letterer. So what's this comic about? Now imagine that Jason's real and in New York. At the point of this comic, there's body count is up to like 493 people. But the thing is the cops aren't doing anything. The politicians aren't doing anything. Instead, it's just turned into kind of, a terrorism warning label. Code red, watch out. See something, scream something is actually one of the things that are uttered in the comic. It's a really fascinating comic that you can take on multiple levels. It's just straight up a slasher comic and the cops trying to stop the serial killer, or there's something a little bit more to it and it's a much more layered, interesting allegory about our modern world. So let's talk about the allegory, because it can be a whole host of things. The serial killer could be straight up terrorism. As a whole, like, it's a problem it's very difficult to solve, and it's going to keep on coming up in different forms, kind of like a serial killer. It feels like an unkillable villain and something that's just impossible to destroy. So this could be an allegory about that. It could be an allegory about gentrification. This is kind of the wrath of gentrification and taking on the sins of New York. That's kind of brought up a little bit in the comic. Or this could just be our general fears and the fact that our leadership today has completely abdicated their role in doing anything to help fix that. Like, you could go and read the comic in any ways you want as far as the first issue. Just take it, on its surface level of just a serial killer and the cops trying to stop it. That is super enjoyable by itself. The comic is just well written, well paced. The art's fantastic. Like, it's just enjoyable as a straight up horror comic. The focus isn't necessarily the serial killer, it's the cops trying to stop it. And I say it because we don't know if it's a guy or a girl. But, there is a task force, or was a task force, whose job was to stop, I think it's Harry the Maniac. And the task force has been kind of gutted. The finances are gone, and it's a new cop who's in there. That's, of course, the true believer. And then the grizzled cop who really does care, but puts on the surface level that she doesn't care. And they, of course, have no backup. No one takes them serious. Everyone around them is just a complete jackass. And they're going to go and try to stop a serial killer. You can just enjoy it for that, and you know what? It's really enjoyable just to read it that way. It's such a solid debut. Art is fantastic. I'm loving this art. We're gonna just open up and show off the way it opens up with a massive murder in Times Square. That's Harry in the middle with his knife killing folks, and of course the follow-up discussions with things like a vigil afterwards to remember the victims. Really just, it's a fantastic debut. I'm super excited about this. I think you could probably tell by my review and my enthusiasm about it. Like, this is just, it's really good. I mean, a score of 10, this is up near a 10 for me, from 0 to 10. Just damn near perfection. Really awesome debut, really cool. Even if you just don't like serial killer comic or serial killer stories, you don't need to like Friday the 13th. Like, this is just an action cop or action comic, kind of like a Seven's in a way. It's kind of like the film Seven. You can just enjoy it that way as well. Like, this is it's just solid, really solid. And I'm super excited to see what next. Absolutely go get it. It's out in comic shops now. You can go get a link beneath this video, put in your zip code, tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we can we get a small percentage of the sales. But go support your comic shop. Speaking of support, I want to thank AfterShock for hooking us up with a review copy. We appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into AfterShock, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games. you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.